going on, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back to my stream. I'm Davin Jackson, also known as DJax, and this is the Alpha Cybersecurity stream. Just gonna do a couple things tonight. Like I said, I don't expect it to be a big stream. I wanted to do something different, but ran into some issues. I wanted to stream earlier today, but in the process of doing it, I crashed my VM, and I made the stupid mistake of not doing a backup when I was the last time I ran some updates. So let that be a lesson. Always update your VMs, especially if you have a distribution, like a hacking distribution like a Kali or a Parrot, because you're always running updates, and because you're always installing new tools. You always want to make sure you run a backup, just like your regular backups. You would want to back up at least once a week, or twice a week, depending on how often you update your tool set and everything. So, my stupid mistake. If you don't know by now, I run alphacybersecurity.tech, which is my blog site. I also have a YouTube and a Twitch channel, which I hope you guys are on, and I'm also on Mixer. So, not to go too in depth, because again, I know it's a Friday night and there aren't too many people who are on. But when you get a chance, if you look here, like I said, if you look at the blog up here, you'll see the blog site web address is alphacybersecurity.tech, and then you could also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at djax_alpha, and on Facebook alphacybersec, and YouTube you just have to click that link, because I don't have enough subscribers and I'm not popular on YouTube like that just yet to get my own custom link. So with that being said, I just want to bring up the website. When you get a chance, there's some other cool articles I've posted this week. So I just actually put up one today. But a man in Georgia was sentenced to 3 years for defrauding like celebrities, including like rappers and college and professional athletes, using phishing schemes. So I actually have a quick rundown of what he did and how he was able to do it. So not to go too in depth, but basically he pretended to be a Apple customer service rep and convinced people that he needed their username, password, and answers to their security questions so he could make changes to their account or send them some video or something like that. And when he did it, he actually turned around and locked them out of their account, and then also locked them out of their account, and then also got their credit card information, and then proceeded to pay for his vacations, his travel, his hotel, his restaurant meals, and he even went as far as transferring some cash to his account, and yeah, he got caught. He got indicted on I think it was like six charges each. It was something crazy. Where is it? Yes, he was originally indicted on 6 counts each of wire fraud, computer fraud, aggravated identity theft, and access device fraud in April of this year. And then he pled guilty. He copped a plea deal to only to 1 count of computer fraud and 1 count of aggravated identity theft. So he was sentenced to 3 years and 1 month in federal prison, and then he also has to pay back $697,000 and $697,270, which is well over double what he stole. So the old saying is, with great power comes great responsibility. He could have definitely used this these skill sets to get a better job and take care of himself and probably his family. And instead, he decided to defraud people, and now he has to pay the price. Another article I wrote up this week was basically about Facebook. I know most of you guys probably heard about it, but Facebook agreed to settle out of court with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and pay a record $5 billion fine, basically to make the whole thing go away. If you don't know, Facebook was involved in a big political scandal, which was Cambridge Analytica back in 2015 and 2016, where Cambridge Analytica used Facebook apps to steal user account information of about up to 87 million people. They actually stole the accounts from 270,000 people, but because of some loophole, they were able to actually gain access to not only the people who downloaded and agreed to use the app, but people on those 270,000 users, their friends list. So some people look at it like good for them, they should have been charged more. Other people are upset like it's a slap on the wrist because it still wasn't public at the time of writing. If there was any other type of regulations or anything else that Facebook has to do, they originally agreed to some type of auditing back in 2011 to prove to the FTC that they weren't lying to customers about their privacy or their data being harvested, and that was 2017. 2011. Cambridge Analytica happened in 2015, 2016, so that just goes to show you how much they really honored it. So, like I said, I'm not going to go too much on that because, like I said, I wanted to save that for maybe my Tech Tuesday talk, where I kind of go over some stuff, or maybe my weekend review. But what I wanted to do right now is I've been studying, and one of the things that I'm weak on, based on my previous encounter with like the OSCP and some capture the flag stuff, is my privilege escalation. So I just wanted to kind of refresh my memory on some of the things I was weak on, including like SUID exploits or path manipulation. SUID meaning set user ID, exploitation for privilege escalation purposes. So there was a popular website called I think it's like exploitexercises.com, and they had a machine there called Nebula. That website doesn't exist anymore. However, VulnHub, and I'll put this in, I'll just copy this in the chat. VulnHub actually has the machine available for download, and they you can basically do the exercises there, and then you have to find the descriptions of each machine, because how it was set up was they give you a description of each machine. So for example, this is like the code that you would have to find for level 1 or something. So again, because not too many people online, I figured I can do this and make a quick little video out of it or a stream out of it, and we'll go ahead and get some exploitation done. For the people who are watching on YouTube, it's not hacking, okay? Because I know YouTube is very strict in banning people on their on their channels for their videos. So this isn't hacking. This is more of testing security. Mr. Demon 47, hey, how you doing? Guess you ain't have much to do on a Friday night either, but thank you for joining. So just in case if you just tuned in now, I'm gonna go over like the first maybe 3 levels of Nebula. I'm not gonna be on too long. I just wanted to kind of just get my feet wet and get it started. So as you can see, I already have it installed here. I added the link where you can download the ISO file, and then you just install it as a virtual machine. And I have it networked on my my virtual network with Kali Linux. So this is basically, I'm gonna go through this as you guys are watching. So if I mess up, hey, we're learning together. So like I said, hold on. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the little one to knock out the night and spend time with his mama. Good luck, man. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I remember those days, just like Please go to sleep. I want to have a conversation, if you know what I mean. But, yep. Well, hey, you can have the little one watch and get bored with me. Glad to help. I'm always willing to help fellow people in the struggle. So, so again, I installed Nebula. I know it's running. I don't know where it is on my network. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to treat it like a regular pen test, I guess. So we start off, we're going to get our IP address. So my IP address is here. So because we're on the same network, the next thing I want to do is basically run a net discover. And I'm going to tell it to scan this range. With the /24 range, and we're gonna go looking for it. All right, so since that's all that's on our network, I'm going to assume that 131 is our target, but since we're gonna treat this like a real scenario, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ping it first. And the thing with Linux is it's not like Windows where it automatically sets to 4. So I'm going to set, so you actually have to do a count. So that ping -C, the -C stands for count, and you want it to do four go arounds, 4 attempts, and that's the IP address. So we hit, and we see that it is alive. It is giving us a response. So now the next thing we want to do is we're going to run an nmap scan and -A. There's a bunch of different scans you can run with nmap, but -A combines basic scripts, fingerprinting for operating systems, and your service scan all in one. So that combines your -O, your -SV, and your what did I say? -O, -SV. What did I say? Service scan, operating system, and geez, I'm drawing a blank. Oh yeah, and basic script. So, oh yeah, and it runs trace route. Okay, and again, normally I wouldn't do this if this was a real pen test, but I don't want it scanning forever. So I'm going to do a T5, meaning the time, and 5 is the fastest, 1 is the slowest. You never want to run a T5 in a real live environment because that will set off alerts on your target if they have those defenses in place. It'll definitely cause noise on the network, and if you guys know, the one thing they say with Kali Linux is the quieter you are, the more you'll be able to hear, and that's exactly what that means. So the quieter you are, the more you can get done. The point of a pen test, or the point of hacking in general, I'm sorry, not hacking, assessments. The point of assessments in general is to do as much as you can without getting without setting off any type of alerts. So we'll let that run real quick. It shouldn't be too long, because if I recall, Nebula only has two ports, but one port open, because most of the time you have to SSH in. So as you see here, SSH port 22 is open, and port 22 typically runs the SSH service. I'm gonna expand this so you can see. All right, so now we're gonna clear the screen. Now Nebula starts off with level 00, and then it goes from 1 to, I believe, like 20 or something like that. Like I said, I'm only gonna do maybe the first 3 levels, so 00, 01, and 02, maybe 03, just to see how it goes. Again, don't expect to be on too long. It is late and it is Friday. So how Nebula is set up, you you SSH into the machine, and then when it asks for a password, it's the same level your SSH you're going into. So we're going into 192.168.217.131 and level 00. And there you go. And it's going to ask for the password, and it's level 00. So now we are in. Now this one is level 00, or level 1 is obviously the easiest level out of the bunch. But again, we're gonna assume like we're doing a machine, like we're doing a real machine or a real CTF, and we're trying to elevate privileges. So the first thing you would want to do is you want to see what users are running, what rights or what users are running, like you know, what programs are running with the SUID bit or what have you. So the SUID bit, the set user ID bit, is basically a bit you can set on different programs or files to allow that program to run as root, because again, you never really want everything to run as root, because if someone were to gain access, authorized or unauthorized, they could run whatever program they wanted. So you definitely don't want that to happen. You don't want to be a lazy sysadmin and having all of that run. So you protect what you can, and then if there are certain files that you want to run as root, then you give it that bit. So with that being said, we're gonna see we're here, and the whole point is to look for, with Nebula, is to look for the flag or the flag file. So since we know that, we're going to run this command here. So it's find dash perm for permissions 4000, because if you remember, or if you know, usually how they set the permissions is, I believe it's like user group. I'm drawing a blank here, but it's usually the SUID bit, and then it's the user, and then the group, and I forgot what the third one is. I'm drawing a blank. I'm tired. But this 4 is usually the SUID bit. So we're going to do that, and then user is flag 00, and then we're going to send it to any errors to dev null. So basically what we did here is we just said we want to look for the permission with the SUID bit. We want to look for the user flag 00, and we want to eliminate any type of error messages or anything like that. We just want to look for anything that looks like a positive result. Okay, so you get two things back. You see bin ... flag 0, and then ROFS bin ... flag 0. So what we want to do is we want to check these out. So we want to change directory, and we want to go to ROFS /bin /... right? And then when we go here, we see flag 0. Now if we do add LSLA, you'll actually see the S for SUID bit here. So that's read write SUID, read write. So it goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Jeez, yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. So since we know that's an executable file, we run execute flag 00. It'll say congrats. Now run get flag to get your flag. You just type in get flag. You have successfully executed get flag on the target account. So that was pretty much cut and dry. So we're gonna exit out. All right, and now we're just gonna move on to level 1. Now it gets harder as you move on. So we're going to SSH, and then, oh yeah, if you hit tab, it'll just go to the last one you did. So I just hit tab up. I'm not tab. If you hit up, it'll go to the last command you typed, and since the last command I typed was level SSH level 00, I just hit the up and then changed it to 1 because everything else is the same, and then the password is level 01. Please do release upgrade to upgrade it. Oh, okay. All right, so level 1, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to run find perm -4000 -user flag 01, and we're going to send it to dev null. I'm sorry, did I do that wrong? Oh, I did do that wrong. I'm missing the slash. There we go. So now you see home flag 1, flag 1, and then ROF. So again, we're going to go to CD flag 01. No, sorry. CD /ROFS / flag 01. Oh crap. I'm sorry. Home flag 01. Hit LS. You see flag 01 there. And now I'm gonna show you in a second, but when you hit that, it says and now what? And the reason why is because in level 1, flag 01 is running this code. So if you look here, it's just your typical C code, but when it gets down here for the system call, it's doing user bin environment echo and now what. So it's basically saying echo now what. So you want to change that, because remember this is running as root, so you want to make changes to this code here so that it'll allow you to run your file and get your flag. So I'm just check the chat over here real quick. Nothing else. Right, okay. So again, this one is pretty simple. Again, typically during an assessment, when you get into a folder or you get into a system and you want to be able to either write any type of file or transfer any type of data over from your machine over to the machine that you're testing, you want to look for a folder that's writable. And usually in Linux, the temp folder is usually writable because it's the temp folder. And so what you want to do here is think about how I want to do this. So what we saw was the user bin. I'm looking back at the code, and I should probably bring it up here again. So this code is running user bin environment echo. So the echo command that it's using is in this folder, but we can't write to this folder. So what we want to do is create, what I'm thinking is we're going to create our own echo command, but I'm going to change the path so that when this code runs, when it looks for echo, it's not going to look for user bin env, it's going to look for the temp folder. Yeah, I think that's how I want to go about that. So if I remember correctly, I'm going to echo bin, no, bash, and I'm going to move it, I'm going to write it to a file in temp echo, right? And then we want to make the file executable, because if not, it's not going to run that way. So you change mod plus X temp echo, right? Now we want to change the path. So to change the path, again, I'm trying to do this without looking it up because I want to make sure that I remember it for my OSCP studies. So we're going to say path temp path. So what we're doing is we're adding this to the existing path. I believe that's what I'm doing. Right? So now if I do echo path, it should be right here. Yep. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing. So now let's bring back this code here. So now I did that. It's going to go to temp. It's going to look in the temp folder first before looking in user bin. So now it's going to go system call /temp and then my echo file that I created. So it's not going to echo in now what? It should echo the command bin bash. Right? That's so if we hit flag 01, you shouldn't see anything happen. No such file or directory. So I made a boo-boo. What did I do wrong? So now I need to go back over to temp ls. Let me see, cat echo, not cat echo. So let's try this again. rm-rf. We'll just make a new one. So we're going to say echo /bin. Actually, say bin sh. Right. Into a file named echo. Right. So you see it there. It's just a regular file. So we're going to change mod plus X echo. Now it should be green. It is. And now we're going to go back ROFS home flag 01 ls. There's our flag. Flag 01 again. There's our shell, so that means it should do it if we hit get flag. Okay, so I don't know what just happened there, but we now you have successfully executed get flag on a target account. So we're about 36 minutes in. We'll just do one more. Like I said, I don't want to keep anybody up, especially after midnight. So we can exit out. And now we're going to do level 2. Level 2. All right. So same thing. perm dash fine, sorry, dash perm dash 4000 dash user flag 02, and we're going to send it to dev no. So before we get started, remember, if you like what you see in here, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/djax120. If you are watching on Mixer, which is basically Xbox or Microsoft's version of Twitch, it's mixer.com/djax120. And if you're following me on YouTube, just hit that link follow that link you see there in the upper right corner, and that will take you to my YouTube channel. When you go to YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment in below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit notifications so the next time you see what I'm doing, or the next time I'm streaming, you guys can be on. Like I said, there's, I believe, like there's a few viewers on right now. I'm actually surprised for a Friday, so I thank you for spending your Friday night here. Like I said, just remember to follow me on Twitch. Follow twitch.tv/djax120, mixer.com/djax120, or that YouTube link. Oh, man. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, djax_alpha. My Facebook channel is Alpha Cybersec, so facebook.com/alphacybersec, and my blog is alphacybersecurity.tech. I have a lot of great things coming up real soon. I'm actually not wearing one of my shirts today because it's Friday night and I'm just relaxing, but like I said, I got some merch that you can look up. I have a TeePublic channel, TeePublic page. I'll just bring that up real quick before I move on to this one here. And they're actually, I'll just move here. They're actually having a sale of everything up to 35% off. So this is my my page. I have a couple designs here. I'm gonna make some more this weekend, but just if you can see here, I got my Tech Man logo here. Will come in where you can see it a little bit better. That's not letting me zoom in, but it's basically, you can see they're holding the laptop, and the laptop got the pound symbol for root or your command terminal. I also have one here for like that says hacker or got root. I have another one that says just rooted with the Kali Linux, and then I have my other popular ones here that's like my I am a hacker, and it has the stuff on the back. And I also have some for girls who code, boys who code. There's also a few for, girls who code and boys who code for pride. Thanks for the free Wi-Fi. And then there's a got root with the pound or the hash symbol or the terminal. And then the hacker hoodie. Because I figured I should make fun of the fact that they say all hackers wear hoodies. You can't be a hacker without your hacker hoodie. So the sale is going on for another 3 hours. Everything is 35% off. So in that you could find. There's also, there are also stickers you can get. So we'll just go back here. See, so there's also stickers. You can get a mug. I'm probably going to get in trouble, but hey, we'll see. So, I should have just put the link in the channel, in the stream. Let me just bring that up real quick. Copy. Where's my chat? Paste. So there is the link to my TeePublic page. All right. Now that we did all of that promotion, let's get back to the last flag I think I'll do before I call it a night. Hey, Mr. Demon, kid still holding on strong? If you're still there. If not, I'm glad I could help. If so, hopefully they'll nod off in the next few minutes. So just give me 1 second while I bring up the code for level 2. Telling you, it's almost like they know. It's almost like they know it. It's like they feel when the parent wants alone time. It's like, alone? You can't be alone. No. Where are we? Level 2. Hey, I won't tell nobody. Okay, so here's the code for level 2. Again, it's a pretty simple code. It's got a buffer. There's your set res UID, set res GID. About to call system. So there's a variable. So let's go back up here. Buffer bin echo is cool. And the environmental variable is user. So I'm assuming it's going to say get whatever the variable for user is cool. All right. That sounds fair enough. Let's see here. All right, so we already have our code looking for those permissions. It's pretty much the same folder, so we're going to cd into ROFS home flag 02 ls. There's our flag. So now if we run flag 02, it says about to call system bin echo level 02 is cool. Okay, so level 02 is cool. So that is our environmental variable. Environmental variable. So coming back here, what I'm thinking is we want to change this. Or no, we don't want to change user. We want to change what's in the variable for user. So again, I'm thinking we're going to change the variable to say user should equal bin sh. And then that should be the command, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. So it says use bin echo level 2 is cool. Trying to remember because there's something you want to do. This it's almost like to start a new statement. So is it and or is it what is it, semicolon? Okay, we're just gonna try and see what happens. I'm just trying to play it out in my head so I don't look bad. All right, so we're gonna say user equals let's do this. We'll say and bin sh and right? Because it'll say echo. Yep, because you want to add that as the variable and not. All right, let's see what happens. But we'll try it that way. So if we hit flag 02, about to call system bin and there's our shell. So you have successfully executed get flag on a target account. Huh. Guess I'm not so bad after all. All right. I actually felt good about that. I'm just checking the chat real quick. See if there's anything that I missed. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I figured it was and or it was a semicolon or colon, something like that. But let's just to recap. So, Phil Pudman, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Was hoping I didn't look too stupid tonight, and again, I just wanted to do a couple before I went to bed. I'll probably do the next 3 sometime next week. Just see how it goes. We'll just keep going. So we'll go. So we did 0, 1, and 2. So then maybe the next, not tomorrow, but the next stream we'll do 3, 4, 5, and we'll just keep going and seeing how it goes. So just to quickly recap, we started off with 0, 0. We ran our find command that looks for the SUID bit. We found the folder ... flag. We found it in ... flag 0 or 0, 0. We moved to that directory. We listed it out. We found it. We ran. We checked it. You saw the SUID bit here, so that tells you that it does run as root. It can run as root. We ran it and it said just run the get flag. So we just typed get flag and we got our flag. Now, again, in a real assessment, because I don't want to say anything that might piss off YouTube. In a real assessment, there's probably obviously there's a little bit more that you would have to do. You definitely want to do more than just say, hey, you got the flag. You actually want to see that $sign on your terminal change from a $sign to like a pound or a hashtag or a number or tic-tac-toe or whatever you want to call it. So there's usually more steps involved. But again, for these exercises, this will definitely still let us do it. And besides, we are running these programs as root. So for that purpose, we do have root privileges. So if this were a real assessment, you could probably find something that has a SUID bit that allows you to run a program as root, and then maybe navigate to your Etsy shadow to get your hashes with your Etsy password files, and then crack your passwords that way, or create a new account, or just find another way to gain access. So that was what we did for level 00 or level 1. Okay, so there's 20 levels. So maybe we do 3 every so often and just kind of, or 3 or 4 and keep it going. So for level 1 or level 01, we did the same thing. We found, we looked for the SUID for the user flag 01. We found it in this directory. We moved to the directory. When we ran the flag, it said, and now what? And that was because of this script here for level 1. If you look here, it says echo because it looks up the echo command in this file or in this directory. So what we wanted to do is change the directory path. So we created our own, where are we? Okay, flag 1, flag 1. Okay, so what we did is that we created our own file name echo said give it bin bash. We changed it so it ran as an executable, and then we added it to our path. So now it would look here before it looked in the other user bin folder. Mr. Demon, no problem. Thanks for joining. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Like I said, good luck. Get that baby to bed. So yeah, like I said, so we found it here. We ran it. Looks like we ran into an issue that the temp echo didn't find it. So we moved over to the temp folder, created a new one, gave it the bin sh, changed it to give it an executable. We ran it. We're able to get flag, and then finally, for level 2. Bring up the code here. Level 2, we saw from the buffer that it was running a user, an environment variable named user, and it ran it here. So when we navigated and we ran the flag, the user is level 2. So you changed it. You changed that variable from user to this command here. So you basically, it would say bin echo. Then it said, and also run this shell command. So instead of saying level 2 is cool, it would say, run this command. Run the bin sh, which it did. Gave us a shell. We hit get flag, and we were able to execute the flag on the target account. So, yeah, like I said, it's almost midnight. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. So, Mr. Demon, Bill Pudman, and I don't see the other 3 users here on Twitch, but there's another 6 over here, looks like on YouTube, and I can't find, I don't see what's on Mixer right now. Oh, so we actually had a good turnout tonight. A little decent one for a Friday night. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm happy you took time to come out and rock with me for about an hour. I'm gonna try to, like I said, I'm working on doing more content and more stuff. I want to do 2 to 3 times a week. So right now I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays will probably be around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Same thing with Thursday, and then Friday I might do a little bit earlier, depending on what my work day looks like or what I have planned for the weekend. I won't be streaming Thursday and Friday this week because I got some other things I have to do. I have some previous engagements and places I need to be. So I will probably be on Tuesday and maybe Wednesday, just to make up for it. But once we kind of get through the summer and the kids are back in school, like I said, I'll probably get back onto a regular routine. Like I said, my goal is to definitely get some more streams in, get some more content on my website, get more stuff going on my social media pages, and the ultimate goal is to get that OSCP by the end of the 3rd quarter. I want to go into the holidays with not having to worry about any certifications. So with that being said, there will be more content because I'm on a time crunch somewhat. Like I said, I'm not going to be on too much of a time crunch. If you follow my blog before, I think that was one of the things that kind of pressured me into getting, trying to hurry up and get it done, and I probably wasn't ready to take that test, but I feel like I feel good now, and I'm going to just, pace it. And like I said, I just want to I want to go into the holiday season just worry free. So with that being said, you guys have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for coming by, and you guys take care.